Alright guys, just a video to show you some of my some of my Game Boy stuff, just a bit of the collection. I'm going to try and go in chronological kind of order. So to start up with, we've got one of the original Game Boys. I paid about 99p for this off eBay, because this one was actually broken, but I had one already which it still worked, but the case was yellowed and pretty horrible. So I took the innards out and put it in that one now, and works a treat. I got this one as well. I got this one off a market from where I live. Didn't pay much for this at all because this faceplate, it came without a faceplate, but it still worked fine. So that Game Boy, which I repaired that one with, I stole the faceplate. Just need to glue that one back on. I then quite recently actually I bought a Game Boy Pocket with the box and instructions, the yellow Game Boy camera with the box and instructions, and a Game Boy printer box and instructions off eBay. I got them for about £15 for all three, so that's a pretty good find. Um, we've got the Super Game Boy for the SNES. I haven't tried this out because my SNES is broken. I'm trying to repair that at the moment, but that's basically, for anyone who doesn't know, so you can play Game Boy games. We'll try and pop one of the cameras in it. So you can play Game Boy games on your SNES. I've used one in the past and they worked really, really well. I haven't tried this one out. I paid about £4 for that from Chips. That's pretty cool. Yeah, as I said, I've got two Game Boy cameras, one boxed, one unboxed. I think I got the unboxed one for about 99p from Cash Generator. I saw it there and thought, why not? Same with one of the Game Boy printers. Actually, I've got three of these. I can't get any of them to fucking work. But one of them I paid 99p for. I asked the guy if he had a cable. He didn't even know. The guy didn't even know what the hell it was. So I just thought, oh, fuck it, I'll take it off him for 99p. As I said, I've got three of those, and the problem I'm having is I've got the cable connected them to the Game Boys with, but every time I try and print something off, it goes a bit. They don't quite print right. It's all a bit sort of prints in phases, and it does this with all three of them. So a friend of mine told me it's probably to do with the paper because age can sort of make them go a bit funny. So I bought some Game Boy printer rolls, and I opened one of them. Same fucking problem. Still can't get it to work. And I've got these two here which are unopened. It would have been kind of nerdy, but it would have been kind of nice just to have the whole set, unopened, that sort of thing. But fuck it, why not? After that, picked up a Game Boy Color. I got that pretty cheap. I can't remember quite how much I paid. Just your standard one, horrible color. Works fine though. Then we've got this one actually. I paid about £4.99 for this. It's the Pokemon Special Edition one. I think I paid about £4.99 from this in Cash Exchange. And for any of you who don't know what Cash Exchange is, it's kind of a video game and electrical stores where you take stuff in to buy or take stuff in to sell and exchange and all that shit. They give you store credit or whatever. It's okay. But they tend to only have newish stuff. So sort of they used to have a couple of Game Boy Advance games, but I think the newest stuff they have now is probably PS2. Probably the PS2 sort of stuff, and they're even starting to phase that out now. So to get that there was fucking lucky. The guy said when I bought it, it only came in that day. One of the other branches sent it them by mistake. So I thought, oh, again, be rude not to pick it up, so I did. And the same day, actually, I managed to pick up this beauty. I managed to pick up the Game Boy Advance, the original one. Actually, my favourite of all the Game Boys. I just wish it had a backlight. It's a pain in the arse to play sometimes if it's if you're not surrounded by light. I paid £2.99 for this, and it's in mint condition, all the packaging, all the instructions, and the only thing I could find that was wrong with it, in the slightest, I don't even know if you can see, is just along here, where the games slide in, there was a few scuffs, and that was it. There was fuck all wrong with it, and I paid £2.99 boxed and everything. These were going on eBay for about £15 at the time. Sometimes you get them cheaper. I thought £2.99. I basically paid like less than £10 for both of these Game Boys right here. Fucking amazing. And then something else I picked up quite recently. I remember it coming out vaguely. I remember a friend had it. I don't know how well you can see it. It's actually the Pokemon Pinball game, which takes a AAA battery to go in there. It's basically one of the Game Boy games, which they use like the rumble thing in this little box right here. So it had sort of like you get on your PlayStation or controllers these days, where you get vibrations. I know they did that one, and they did like a racing car game. Um, so I thought I'd pick that up. I think I got that off eBay quite cheap as well. And then something I saw the other day, I got this one and I got this one. Some NES classic games. I got The Legend of Zelda, the original one, and the original Castlevania. I hadn't seen these before, and I got both of these. I think the guy threw them in for me for about a £5 from Playtime for both of them. They're on offer. And basically, what they are is they're the original NES games, but ported to the Game Boy Advance. I mean, they're fucking perfect. The colours are beautiful. They're brilliant. I mean, the Game Boy Advance should be able to play them fine anyway, because that's a 32-bit system, whereas the NES, I think, was an 8-bit system. So, yeah, they're really good. I know there's a whole range of them. That one's number 12. I don't know if that's the last one or not. I know there's quite a few. I know Bomberman's in there, and I think perhaps Super Mario Bros. Might be one of them. I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. But yeah, just to look at some of my collection. I know I haven't got all of them. I know I haven't got the Game Boy Light, which was, for anyone who doesn't know, the original Game Boy, but in Japan they released it with a backlight. Trying to get hold of one of those, but they're quite expensive over here on eBay, and I know in America actually quite a few guys struggle to pick one up. I've got an SP, but at the minute it's broken. I've just got the original one. I haven't got the backlit one. I've got the one with the front lit screen. That's broken as well at the minute, so I'm trying to repair the screen on that because the lights have gone. And then the only other one I haven't got is a Game Boy Micro. I've been trying to pick one up for a while, but you know they're not all that cheap these days. I'm waiting to find a bargain because I'll kick myself if I buy one and then find one a lot cheaper. I know I haven't got all the colorways, but that'd just be fucking ridiculous to have all of those. And you know, basically, I'm trying to build up my collection as bargains and trying to be as cheap as possible. To be quite honest with you, because I think if you wait long enough, you'll always manage to find something that somebody else has missed. So yeah, that's some of my collection anyway. I think that's about it really. So cheers for watching.